last class, I have told you about the general rules of solving a arithmetical or mathematical equations, then something about decimal, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of decimals. Now let us move to the multiples. Now what is multiple? Multiple is the product of the number with any other number. Say I multiplied 2 by 1, it is 2. Then again I multiply 2 by 2, it is 4. I multiply 2 by 3, it becomes 6. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, they are all multiple of 2. Got it? Now there is another word, common multiple of two numbers. That means what is the common multiple of any two given numbers. For example, I have taken 2 and 5. Okay. So let me explain first what are the multiples of 5 and 2. Multiple of 5 will be 5 into 1 is 5, 5 into 2 is 10, 5 into 3 is 15, 5 into 4 is 20, 5 into 5 is 25 and so on. We can continue as long as we want. Okay. Now similarly the multiple of 2 will be 2 into 1 is 2, 2 into 2 is 4, 2 into 3 is 6, 2 into 4 is 8, 2 into 5 is 10 and so on. As long as we want, we can continue with it. Okay. Now to explain the common multiple of 2 and 5, we will have to see the table or these multiples of the 5 and 2. So what are the common numbers? The first common number which I can see is this 10 and then 10 here. So 10 is the common multiple of 2 and 5. Similarly, there is another number 20 which is here in the table of 5 also and in the table of 2 also. So this means 10 and 20 are the common multiples. I mean they are the multiples of both the numbers 5 and 2. Okay. There may be other also common multiple numbers in the list, but since I have restricted up till this point only, here I have stopped here only, so I could find 2 only, that is 10 and 20. So we can say the common multiple of 2 and 5 are 10 and 20. Maybe there are further also, if we expand this table, we will get more common multiples of 2 and 5, but in the given example here, it is only 10 and 20. Okay, got it? Now let us move to the next topic, that is factors. Now what is a factor? Factor, we can say, if a number is divided exactly, then it is a factor. Okay. Similarly, common factor of two numbers is the factor of both the numbers which are common to each other. Okay. To solve this, before I take the example, let me tell you what are the steps in doing this factor. Okay. So I'll come back to this slide once again, but let me see. Okay, leave it, we'll continue here only. So I'll take the example first. So I have taken an example, find common factor of 16 and 18. So first of all, we'll have to find out what are the factors of 16 and 18. So 16 can be factorized as 1 into 16. It can be again said as 2 into 8. It can be again said as 2 into 2 into 4. That means this 8 is divided bifurcated or factorized as 2 into 4. Another way of writing 16 will be 4 into 4. Okay. So we have so many set of numbers here. So what could be the factors? Factors are 1, then we have 2, then we have 4, then we have 8, and then we have 16. So these are the factors of 16. That is 1, 2, 4, 8 and 16 are the factors of 16. Okay. Then similarly we find the factors of 18. 18 can be written, or it can be factorized as 1 into 18. It can be written as 2 into 9. It can be written as 3 into 6. It can be written as 2 into 3 into 3. Okay. Now the factors of 18 will be 1, 2, 3, then we have 6, we have 9 and 18. So factors of 18 are 1, 2, 3, 6, 9 and 18. Okay. Now if we have to find out what are the common factors, that means we'll have to inspect both the lists of the factors of 16 and 18 and find out which are the common numbers. So common number is 1 and 2 here, and it is 1 and 2 here. Okay. So common factor of 16 and 18 are 1 and 2. Except this 1 and 2, none other numbers are in the both the lists. Okay. So we can say the common factor of 16 and 18 are 1 and 2. Got it? I hope I have clarified it. For checking this common number or common factor, what we do, we go on dividing the number by say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever can be, it can be divided. Okay. And as soon as these factors or these numbers start repeating itself, we stop there. There is no further use of writing or repeating the same number, because the factors will be only taken as only once. It will be written only once. Say for in this example, we have 2 here, then 2 into 2 here, 4 into 4 here, but we have taken only 4 as the factor. So what is the fun of repeating it? Okay. So that means you go on dividing the given number by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on, and see if it is divided exactly. That means there is no remainder left after division. For example, if 16, if I want to divide it by 5, it will be 3 into 5, and but remainder will be 1. So it is not a factor. 5 is not a factor of 16. Okay. So this is the general way of doing the factor and finding out the common factor of any given two numbers or given in given set of numbers. We can also, if there are 3 numbers, we can still find the common factor of the 3. If we don't find any number repeating, it means there is no common factor for the 3 numbers or 4 numbers, whatever it is. Okay. If there is a number which is repeating in all the list or which is available in all the list, then it will have a common factor. Okay. Now what we do, we move to the prime number and prime factor. Okay. So what is a prime number? Prime number, we can say, is that number which has no factor, or it cannot be factorized. Okay. Or in other words, prime number is the number which has no factor except itself. But remember here, 1 is not taken as a prime number. For example, if we have 4, it has a factor of 2 into 2 and 1. 4 into 1 is 1, and 4 can be written as 2 into 2. So it can be factorized, so it is not a prime number. Okay. Say 5. 5 cannot be factorized except 1 into 5 or 5 into 1. Okay. 1 is, since 1 is not taken as a prime number, so 5 has a factor of 5 only, that is itself. So it is a prime number. So 5 is a prime number. 4 is not a prime number. But 2 cannot be further divided, so 2 is a prime number. Got it? Okay. Now how do we find out a prime number? That is very simple. Divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and if it can be divided, it is not a prime number. If it cannot be divided, it is a prime number. Okay. Now there is another term which is called as prime factor. So what is prime factor? Prime factor, we can say, it is the number which cannot be further factorized, but a non-prime number can be factorized to a prime factor or prime number, then that is called as prime factor. You will be more clear when I take the example. So what are the steps which we follow to find out a prime factor? First, make a factor tree. Okay? How do we do that? A given number is written as the product of any two numbers, whatever is possible. Okay? And then we check if there is a prime number or not. If it is not a prime number, we further factorize it. And we continue this process until we get all the factors as a prime number. That is the way. So let us take the example of prime factor. Say I want to find the prime factor of 24. So prime factor of 24, what I have said, write as a product of any two numbers. So what I have done, I have followed the division method, but anyway you can use it either way. This 24 can be written as 2 into 12. Okay. Now this 2 is a prime number because it cannot be factorized further, but 12 is not a prime factor. We can further factorize it. Okay. How? 12 can be written as 2 into 6. So again here 2 is a prime number, but 6 is not a prime number because it can be written as 2 into 3. Okay. Got it? So 2 is a prime number as well as 3 is also a prime number. So we can say the factors of 24 can be broken or can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. Okay. So all these numbers are prime numbers, hence we can call them as a prime factor of 24. Got it? There is another way of writing it. Here there is 2 into 2 into 2. That means 2 to the power 3. So same expression we can write as 2 raised to the power 3 multiplied by 3. If we write it in this form, this is called as writing prime factors in index form. Got it? Now we will extend this concept to the further, that is LCM and HCF. So let us take first LCM. What LCM stands for? This stands for least common multiple. That means what is the smallest common multiple of the given numbers. I hope you remember what is multiple. Multiple is a product multiplied by any other number. That is the multiple. Okay. And if we have 2, 3, 4 or a set of numbers, we can find out the multiples of all these numbers and then check the list which is the common multiple available for all the 2, 3, 4, whatever is the set of numbers given. For example, I have taken here 6, 8 and 12. Okay. I have to find out the least common multiple of 6, 8 and 12. For doing this, what I do, first of all I find multiple of 6, then 8 and then 12. So multiple of 6 will be 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36 and so on, as long as we want to expand this list. Multiple of 8 will be 8, 16, 24, 32, 40 and so on. How I have got this? I hope you remember 8 into 1 is 8, 8 into 2, 16, 8 into 3, 24, 8 into 4, 32, 8 into 5, 40 and so on. Similarly, we find for 12. Multiple of 12 is 12, 24, 26 and so on. Okay. So here what we find, the smallest common number available is 24, which is appearing in all the list of multiples of the given three numbers. Okay. So 24 is my least common multiple of the given numbers. That is LCM of 6, 8 and 12 is 24. Okay. I hope you have understood what is the least common multiple. For a given set of numbers, the smallest common multiple is the least common multiple. Okay. Now we move on to HCF. Now what is HCF? HCF is highest common factor. Okay. Highest common factor for a given set of number is largest of the common factors. I hope you remember what is common factor. Okay. Common factor. I'll just show you the slide so that you remember once again. Okay. So this is the factor and the common factor. How we have found out? We have factorized it. I mean, divide the given numbers. Okay. I hope you remember now. You have recalled it. Okay. Now we move to the HCF. So for finding the HCF, that is the highest common factor. I mean the biggest number which is appearing in list of the given numbers as factor. Say for an example, we are taking HCF for 9 and 15. What we are supposed to do? We have to find out the factors of highest common factor of 9 and 15. So factors of 9 will be 1, 3 and 9. Same method which I had told you earlier. Factor of 15 will be 1, 3, 5 and 15. Okay. Same method which I had told you to factorize a number. So we have got two lists of the factors 1, 3 and 9, and the second list 1, 3, 5 and 15. So what we have in common, that is 1, 3 and 1, 3 here. But we have to find out the highest number. So highest out of 1 and 3 is 3. So highest common factor is 3. So we can say HCF of 9 and 15 is 3. Okay. So now we end here, and we will take up other topics, maybe approximation, in the next class.